So we outside of Headlines Barbershop in Tri-County. I'm here to interview the owner, Joe Thomas, my barber. You see it. But I'm here to interview him, ask him a couple questions. He got an open chair in here, so if anybody, they got their barber's license. Matter of fact, just watch the interview. You'll know all you need to know then.
You hopping out like Trey as you rollin'. Stand in the trenches, handle mines like a grown man. He keep going broke cause he hustle with no plan. Gotta earn your own way, we don't hold hands. We don't hold hands, we don't hold hands. Gotta earn your own way, we don't hold hands. We don't hold hands, we don't hold hands. Gotta earn your own way, we don't know hands. Time wave by me, yo.
So how long you been coming here?
Professionally, I got my license in 2001. That's for 19 years professional. Before that, maybe a while, I don't know.
So all you gotta do is get your license one time and you in there for good?
Yeah, you actually get your license, you gotta complete 1,800 hours of school. Well, I did when I was there. I don't know what the actual requirements are now. I heard they changed, but had to do 1,800 hours at the school, take a state board exam, pass that, you get your license, and then as far as renewals, it's just paying your fee every other year after that.
Like where you get them at? Like what's the school called?
I went to Cincinnati School of Barbering on Colerain Avenue. There's another school that I'm not too familiar with at this time, but that's the main school in Cincinnati that people tend to go for barbering.
Where all have you rented chairs from on your journey to have your own barbershop?
I went to Good Ones in 2000, 2001 when I got out, 2002, started there, worked there for 7 years. No, I'll take that back, not 7 years, worked there for about 4 years. Went to another shop, worked for 2 years, then I went to work with Gus. That was in 2006 or 7, I believe, when we started there. And I was there until I came here last year. But I can't remember the name of the middle shop. I'm sorry, I don't know. So I just say Good Ones,
Yeah.
Gus shop, and here, yeah.
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 So what were some issues at other spots you cut hair at that you tried to eliminate now that you're the head man in charge?
I'm not gonna say I learned bad things at other shops. I guess you just learn how you want to run your own after you work for somebody else. So I just try to have a respectful environment, kid-friendly environment, an adult-friendly environment, just an environment that suits all customers instead of just a certain group or target area.
What are some of the do's and don'ts that people should know about while in your shop?
The do's, feel like you're at home, you're welcome, feel relaxed, come in, enjoy yourself, experience the Headlines Barbershop. We got a lot of things to offer, I guess, and the don'ts, I would say, is don't come in with a bad attitude, because we don't promote bad attitudes here. We try to keep everything on a smooth, positive level. So.
Cool. So, who are the other barbers that have chairs in your shop?
Right now, I have 2 other barbers, Aaron Coates and Abdul. I've been working with these guys, I guess, honestly, for 5 years with Coach, 6 years, and Abdul for maybe 2 to 3 at this point. So, okay. Good guys.
So you seen them like just start barbering, or like they was already grinding when you met them?
No, actually they were both already grinding. Coach, he been cutting for his entire life, as I could tell, to be honest. So he had it, he has his clientele, he has his own following or whatever, and he's been going for a while. I knew Coach from when I was in barber school and all that stuff. So, And Abdul's a little younger than us, but you know he been working at it. He's good. He's been doing it for some time now.
You gotta have a license to cut hair.
Definitely have to have a license to cut in the barbershop. Some people let people do it, but to be honest, I always tell people if you really want to cut in the shop, you should finish your hours, because then you can cut all day at any time. You know what I mean? Instead of just having to here, there, finesse the situation. So you want to finish. You want to finish your time.
All right. So what other services like y'all providing here other than just cutting hair?
Actually, okay, we of course it's a barbershop, so we do steam towel shaves, hot shaves. I'm sorry, steam towel facials. We do a steam towel facial massage. We do the with the facial, it's a cleansing facial, and then we also do the black mask facial. We do eyebrows, we do women, we do different designs and parts in hair. We do hair enhancements. So, I mean, we offer a lot of different things.
Okay. What make you stand out as one of Cincinnati's elite barbers?
That's a good question. I don't know, because to be honest, there's a lot of elite barbers, and I don't really consider myself an elite barber. I just consider myself a consistent, respectful, clean. I don't know. I've been doing it for a while.
I get it
for a long time.
Like, it's a good question, but in truth, it's like if you really an elite barber, you so much on your own business. You got tunnel vision. You don't even know what everybody else doing.
Right.
So it is what it is. Like, so how much of a natural like are you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a skill that you develop, or like you just like as soon as you put up some clippers, you was live?
No, I'm not gonna say I was live when I first picked up the clippers, but you kind of, it's almost like anything you do, you kind of know, you have an idea how to do it, I guess, but you get better with perfecting your craft, working time. You gotta work at your craft regardless. I mean, if it's barbering or driving cars, man, you gotta practice. You gotta keep doing it, and the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. So over time, I've definitely gotten better, but it took work. It takes work. You gotta keep on going. Just gotta keep going.
Do you ever cut hair outside the shop now?
And sometimes, close friends, family maybe, or it's a couple older gentlemen that I do those outside of the house because they in their 90s, so I do make it over to make sure that they taken care of. But
so, if an artist wanted to have your exclusive services over the course of a tour, for example, how would that business be? Like, what dollar amount would it take for you to not be in this shop and be on somebody's tour bus or something?
I would say $200 a day. That's just to keep it fair, to keep my bills paid at home while I'm away. That's fair enough for me to, I guess, however the moment is. I don't know how long it is. Depends on the length, I guess, depending on how long I gotta be away or when I'm coming back or whatever, but anything can be worked out, that's for sure.
For sure. Like, all right, so where you grew up at?
I grew up in Woodlawn, Ohio, Cincinnati. Born and raised, been here, been away for a couple years, came back, so I'm back. But
what schools you went to? What sports you played?
I went to private schools growing up. Ended up graduating from Princeton High School. I played basketball since I can remember. I mean, that was my first love. Before even this, I don't know. I was caught up in thinking I was going somewhere with basketball.
It's everybody, boy.
but it happens. You know what I mean? But
who's some of the people from school that you still cool with now?
A lot of guys from my neighborhood that I'm still cool with. I still talk to a lot of them, and of course we all play ball together growing up, competing, talking to each other, talking mess. So everybody still keeps in touch. So keep in touch with pretty much everybody I was around in.
What decade do you consider to be your era?
I was born in the 70s, but I was raised in the 80s.
So you said the 80s your era.
I guess. I mean, I went from 6 to 16 in the 80s. So with that being said, that formed me as a person. Now, my decade when I started to actually find myself and enjoy myself was the 90s. Once I got older, but I was born in the 70s.
So who were some of the most popular artists of your time?
Michael Jackson, of course, Prince. I grew up early. My sister's older than me, so I listened. She was an MTV era person, you know what I mean? So I got a wide array genre of music, trust me. Right. But but as far as me, man, I was a Run DMC guy when I was a kid. LL Cool J, the old guy that was young then. Fat Boys was the first tape I bought.
What was the overall just vibe of the world then compared to what it is now? Do you remember it being so many shootings, so many?
I don't remember as a kid, to be honest, but that's not to say it wasn't going on. But it's different now because of phones, social media. Stuff reaches every corner of the world so fast now. It's like I don't know, when I was younger, I was before phones. I was before the internet. So when I went outside to play, I was outside. People had to come look for you. They couldn't call you. You know what I mean? It was so with that being said, it was different because it was it wasn't as exposed as much, but I'm sure some things was going on.
Right. What advice do you have for young men trying to be barbers?
My best advice, get in school, finish your hours, and don't limit your clientele to where you start, if that makes sense. You don't want to be caught up cutting the same people for the rest of your life. And don't get me wrong, you want to keep your customers, but you want to expand. You want to know how to cut people from all angles. You want to know, you want to meet different people, because this business is all about relationships to me, and how you treat your people that come to you. And with that being said, you kind of want to expand yourself by meeting new people. So.
All right. As an entrepreneur, what level of focus do you have to have? What sacrifices do you have to make? You could just give some advice to some people trying to come up under you.
You have to, if this is something, not this, but if anything, if it's something that you truly want, you got to make sacrifices. You're going to have to put 180% into whatever it is. You have to, if you want to see it succeed, if you want to see it become more than what you start with, you have to put more effort into the finish than the start. So you have to keep putting effort in. Don't ever think you can't learn. Don't ever think you can't get better. It's kind of crazy after all this Kobe Bryant stuff going on, but that Mamba mentality is every day you can get better. Never think you're at the top, because you're not.
Right. Okay, so how should barbers go about pricing themselves?
Pricing, I believe, should be done, I guess, on your demand, on how people want you. Meaning, you don't want to overprice yourself to where you throw yourself out the building, but you want to get what your worth is out of everything you do. And it's kind of hard when you're saying how should someone price themselves, because I can't put a price on your artwork.
Right. I
can't put a price on what you feel like you put into it, but I can say don't overprice yourself.
So what's your rates now?
Right now, Let's see, 17 and under is $20. Senior citizens is $20 with beard for both of those, because we do have some hairy 17-year-olds. It's $25. And adults are $25 for the haircut, $30 with a beard. And then we do extra for hair enhancements, depending on what you want, parts, designs, or anything like that.
All right, so how long you plan on operating out of this location right here?
Not, to be honest, I don't know. I kind of like the location. I feel like it's, you know, as long as we doing okay in the area and doing good in the community, I don't see a reason to leave. So as long as we welcome, we'll be here.
Do you got any barbers inquiring about these open chairs you got?
Couple, and I only got one open chair. So at this point, so if anybody looking or wants to get in, contact me. Number 513-328-4339. We can sit down, talk, come check it out, see what you think.
That was perfect. I was just about to ask how to get in contact with you. So, all right, now you can shout out some of your most loyal customers over the years, man.
Most loyal customers over the years. If I don't say Chris Robertson, I gotta say him, because he's the first guy. He'll tell you, he's the first guy. Just over the years, man, I met so many good people, man, and kept in contact with people, and I don't know. It's just a lot of people, man. You, Justin, I know you since, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Jose, my bad. Yeah, you good. I ain't good. You know what I mean?
Justin. Don't do this. Don't ad-lib.
But no doubt, I mean, you know, people that I've been around for years and cutting for years, they still come and they still come around, and we all keep good relationships. So,
for sure. Yeah. So, man, just say your name one time and where people can follow you on social media, and what's the address and where they can pull up at here.
All right, my name is Joe Thomas, Headlines Barbershop. You can find me at Joe Thomas on Facebook, or my phone number, 513-328-4339, Cincinnati, Ohio. That's where we're at. And the address, is 4 Triangle Park Drive, 45246, and it's Suite 401, Headlines Barbershop.
Cool.